everybody, it's Aaron at Warmoth, and today I am talking about asymmetric neck profiles, so stick around. For those who may not already be familiar with the term, asymmetric neck profile refers to any neck where the curve or the shape along the back is thicker down one side than the other. What that usually means is that it's thicker on the base side or the thumb side and a little bit thinner on the treble side or the finger side. The idea being that you can maintain a nice thickness or girth to the neck, which some people believe contributes to a different kind of tone. I've already done a video on that, which I'll link to in the description. But you can still maintain a nice thickness to the neck while also making it easier to reach around and fret notes. And, since it was first introduced in the late 80s or early 90s, it's really grown in popularity. I think the first time it ever entered my consciousness or that I was aware of it was probably the late 80s or early 90s. And I don't know if this is the first time it was ever done, but it was the first time that I ever became aware of it. And I can't remember if it was the EVH signature model by Ernie Ball or the SRV signature model by Fender. It was one of those two, but I remember reading the ad copy for it, or the marketing copy, and it said that, as they were developing the signature model, they were doing very precise measurements on the neck, and they were surprised to find that the neck wasn't symmetrical on the back, that it was actually a little bit thinner along the treble side. And they attributed that to playing wear, over thousands of gigs, which makes very romantic marketing copy. I don't know whether it was that or whether it was just limitations of the manufacturing process at the time. But either way, that's what they found. And they purported to duplicate those dimensions onto their signature model. And that's kind of how it was born. And since that time, since it's become a thing in the world, other manufacturers and players have experimented with it and had found that it's very comfortable for certain players, that certain players really like it, me included. I really like certain asymmetric profiles. Now, Warmoth offers two, and it should come as no surprise that one is called the Wolfgang and one is called the SRV. Comparing the two, the SRV is the thicker of the two and it's slightly less off-center. The Wolfgang is the thinner of the two and it's slightly more off-center. And it's really hard to talk about neck profiles. You really need to play one to experience it for yourself and decide whether you like it or not. But I can say two things for sure. First, an asymmetric profile is not like crazy go nuts extreme. It's not like you're gonna pick one up and you're gonna go, whoa, I don't know how to play guitar anymore. It's not like that. In fact, if I gave you one and didn't tell you, you may not even know that it was asymmetric. So if you're at all asymmetric curious, don't be afraid that it's going to be some crazy thing. Just give one a try. And number two, the nut width that you choose is going to affect the feel of the neck, maybe almost more than the asymmetric profile. I have two favorite profiles that Warmoth offers. I like the standard thin and I like the Wolfgang. And so whenever I want an asymmetric profile, I choose the Wolfgang, and I always choose it with a 1 5/8 inch nut width because those are the closest overall dimensions to the neck that it was modeled from. If I were choosing an SRV profile, I would choose it with a 1.650 nut width because that would be the closest to the neck that it was modeled from. And you don't have to choose those nut widths with it. You can choose any nut width that you want and still get those profiles and come up with something that works for your playing style and your hand size the best. And that's really kind of it. You really have to try an asymmetric profile for yourself to decide whether you like it. If you want to see diagrams, if you want to get exact dimensions, make sure and check out the Warmoth website, or you can always give our customer service reps a call. They're happy to help with questions like this. In fact, they love to talk about this stuff just like I do. Yeah, and that's it. Until next time, keep on picking.